So, what happens when your favorite YouTuber, the one who gives away cars and islands, decides to buy a bank? We're diving into a story that sits right at that wild intersection of creator culture and high finance, and it could change everything. Here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll get into the huge news itself, what MrBeast is actually doing. Then, we'll zoom out and look at the new generation of investors he's trying to reach. After that, we'll size up the competition, weigh the incredible promise against some pretty serious risks, and finally, talk about what this means for the future.
All right, let's get right into it. What is the story behind this absolutely wild headline?
I know, it sounds like a joke, but it is 100% real. The most subscribed creator on the entire planet, MrBeast, is officially getting into the world of fintech. And this isn't just some sponsorship deal. We're talking about a full-on acquisition.
To really grasp how big of a deal this is, you have to understand the sheer scale we're talking about. A combined audience of 466 million subscribers. That's more than the entire population of the United States. This isn't just a following, it's one of the most powerful distribution networks in the world.
So what did he actually buy? We say bank, but Step isn't your old-school brick-and-mortar building with a vault. It's a mobile banking app with 7 million users built specifically for young people. It does things like savings accounts, payments, and maybe most importantly, offers a special Visa card that helps you build credit. And it does all this by partnering with a bank that's FDIC insured.
Okay, so we've got the what. Now for the really interesting part, the why. This whole move makes so much more sense when you look at the huge trends shaping a whole new class of investors.
And it all starts with this one number. A major report from the CFA Institute found that a whopping 56% of Gen Z adults in the US are already investors. They are not waiting around. They are in the market right now.
And what they're investing in is where things get really wild. Just look at this difference. 55% of Gen Z investors own crypto. Compare that to just 15% of Gen X. Their portfolios look totally different. They're just way more comfortable with digital assets and, frankly, with risk.
So that leads to the million-dollar question, right? If they're not investing like their parents, are they getting their advice from the same old places? The answer is a resounding nope.
Forget financial advisors in suits and stuffy old institutions. Gen Z is turning to the platforms they already live on, YouTube and TikTok. This is their Bloomberg terminal. This is their Wall Street Journal.
And the data backs this up completely. 60% of Gen Z investors use YouTube for financial info. Social media isn't just a source for them, it's often the source. And in that universe, MrBeast isn't just another creator, he's the king. So you see, he's not just buying a bank, he's buying a bank for his audience, and he's meeting them exactly where they are.
But it's not like he can just waltz in and take over. MrBeast and Step are jumping into a super competitive space, a real battle for the wallets of the next generation.
The best way to understand this fight is to look at Step versus the market leader, Greenlight. They have completely different philosophies. Step is all about independence for teens, building credit, even dabbling in crypto, which fits that Gen Z data perfectly. Greenlight, on the other hand, is built for parents. It's all about parental controls, safety features, and learning about money with some guardrails.
And you can see this in their business models too. Step uses that classic freemium approach. Give away a great free version to get people in the door. Greenlight is a subscription right from the start. That free plan is a powerful tool, especially when you have MrBeast's megaphone promoting it.
And this is where the story gets really complicated because on one side you have this incredible promise of a creator-led financial revolution, but on the other, there are some very, very real risks.
Let's start with the promise. MrBeast has said his goal is to give millions of young people the financial foundation that he never had. And honestly, that sounds amazing, right? Leveraging his platform for mass financial literacy. But as you start to peel back the layers, some serious questions start to pop up. His past involvement in the crypto space specifically has drawn a lot of fire. An investigation using public blockchain data, so stuff anyone can track, alleged a pattern that looks a lot like a classic pump-and-dump scheme. Here's how it supposedly worked. He invests in a small, unknown crypto project. His endorsement makes the price just explode. Then, he sells his tokens for a massive profit. And after that, the price crashes, leaving his followers holding the bag. And the investigation got specific. With one token, Super, he allegedly turned $100,000 into about $9 million. With another, PMON, a $25,000 investment apparently became $1.3 million. The report claims this happened again and again, with token prices often collapsing by over 90% after he sold. Now, it's really important to stress these are allegations, but they raise critical questions about trust as he moves into the official world of financial services.
So, if we set the controversy aside for a minute, what does this all mean for the future? Because this is so much bigger than just one creator and one app.
What we're witnessing is a fundamental shift in the creator economy. The top creators are graduating. They're moving beyond selling merch and into providing essential services. They're going from hoodies and chocolate bars to savings accounts and credit cards.
And you can tell this was no accident. This timeline shows a clear, calculated strategy. It started with the trademark from MrBeast Financial. Then came a massive $200 million investment, and it all culminated in buying Step. This was a chess move, not a random impulse.
And it all comes down to one simple, ridiculously powerful business idea: customer acquisition cost, or CAC. Fintech companies spend a fortune trying to get new customers. MrBeast can drop that cost to almost zero. He doesn't need to buy ads. He is the ad. That built-in audience is the ultimate competitive advantage.
Which leaves us with this final crucial question. The line between entertainment and financial advice is blurring faster than ever. So when the person guiding your money decisions is the same one orchestrating viral stunts, we have to ask, in this new world, who is really looking out for the customer and who ultimately is left bearing the risk?